shut
fault,
down
Tom.
everything.
Yeah,
Your one vote fucked up the chicken for the entire country.
One vote, one nut. Damn
You
it.
talk about Latinos voting for Trump and getting deported. Nigga, you voted for Trump and fucked up all the chicken.
Hey, ain't that fucked up to think of?
Come on, man. It's getting spooky out here in these
It
streets,
is,
man.
man.
What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, come on, man. Poultry.
I'm kind of torn, man. You know, because like some of these federal agencies don't have the consumer's best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we need these. We need an agency that has the consumer. So, like, if you're going to get rid of it, please replace it with something legitimate. You know,
Yes.
like, but god damn, man, like there are too many large corporations that have, you know, just pure profits in mind and nobody's health. You know, so this is just going to be bad. It's going to be ugly, man. We had huge salmonella outbreaks last year and the year before. Like every year, one of these poultry plants fucks up like an entire country.
Mm-hmm. Remember,
this is a recipe for disaster.
They talk about that's why the price of eggs went up, because we didn't kill, so many chickens or whatever because of these fucking outbreaks.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
But now he's talking about just we're gonna lower the restrictions of salmonella. Like y'all be all right. Y'all be all right to do it. Just make sure y'all wash that shit thoroughly. Like, hold on, man. No, that's not how that works, man. But okay, go ahead.
So for anybody that understand what we're so for anybody
go ahead, Sauce. Give them the rundown, man.
So for anybody that don't understand what we're talking about, the agriculture department would not require poultry companies to limit salmonella bacteria in their products, halting a Biden administration effort to prevent food poisoning from contaminated meat. The department on Thursday said it was withdrawing a rule proposed in August after 3 years of development. Officials with the USDA's Food and Safety Inspection Service cited feedback from more than 7,000 public comments and said they would evaluate whether it should update current salmonella regulations. So, yeah.
Hold on, man. Before I'm gonna let you get your shit off, man. But I heard something about restaurants and their chicken process. How they say they don't wash the chicken because it may contaminate everything else that's going out. So they just do what they need to do to it, prep it, cook it, and do all the other shit. Now imagine it not being already coming from the, being inspected. Like, oh yeah, it's fine. That's my cousin Jesse and them. Yeah, they good. They good with the chicken, whatever. This dude ain't never wore no gloves or whatever. And he just came out the outhouse.
Yeah,
and he's prepping the chicken. You see what I'm saying? So he's bagging and tagging. Like, oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. How many dudes work, on motors or whatever, and then go get a Wonder Bread sandwich and just eat the shit. Motherfuckers do the same thing at these poultry plants.
I mean,
put some raisins on it.
Next thing you know, they're gonna have to say these places don't have to have up employees must wash their hand signs.
It's coming.
It's
coming. I mean, there's nobody to enforce it anymore. With the cutbacks from the CDC, we talked about that last week.
Man, we all about to be vegan. Listen,
you ain't never lied. I'd rather catch something off a tomato, than that yard bird, because it got me by the, that thing got me by the, chokehold. That chicken, man.
That yard bird, that's something special right there.
We got a kinship, and now all of a sudden, there's no regulation on keeping it healthy and clean. Like, oh, how come the neck is green?
Catfish and yard bird, man.
Yes, sir.
So look, man. This is my thing, man. I heard that shit too. In my micro class, they said, "Oh, you shouldn't wash your chicken because you're infecting every area.
Everything else.
All you got to do is cook it." I said, "You's a lie. You a lie. My mama done washed chicken all my life. I'm washing my chicken." Yeah. But listen, man. Some things are a bridge too far. You know what I mean?
This is it for you now. So, see, this is why I put it on there, man. I wanted you to realize these are the policies that you was fighting for. Talk about, I'm with his policy. This is the policy, homie. Yeah, that's his policy, man.
Look, I ain't fight for this shit. All right, I gotta argue every night with my wife that said you voted for this. I said, look, I didn't vote for this shit. I voted for the. No, you did. You did. If you voted for him and he put this shit in place, you voted for it. And I'm like, no, the fuck, I didn't. Listen, man. As much as I love goddamn chicken, I eat chicken almost 6-7 nights a week.
You was eating chicken on January 6th in the Capitol building, man.
You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't go in there. That brother gonna shoot you, bitch. Staples, man. Listen, I'm just saying, man, like some things again could be left alone. Education, you know, people got different opinions on that. But now we fucking with the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's already the tariffs, man. And you know, I ain't gonna go over the numbers of people, the exact numbers of people that get sick from salmonella infections. I know it says like 425 people die each year, but like millions of people get sick with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some things could be left alone, man. Like we ain't gotta, you know, and I hate that I'm about to say this, everything ain't gotta be fucking Project 2025. You know what I'm saying? But all of this shit to me, in my opinion, because I took I was reading an article. It said the withdrawal drew praise from the National Chicken Council, an industry trade group, and that's the key word, trade, which said the proposed rule was legally sound, misinterpreted science, would have increased costs and create more food waste, all with no meaningful impact on public health. We remain committed to further reducing salmonella and fully support food safety regulations and policies that are based on sound science, said Ashley Peterson, the group senior vice president of science and regulatory affairs. Now, my thing is this. When you take regulations and rules and shit away, yeah, for a short amount of time, people like to play fair and, you know, not cross that line. But when you see you can make some profits, you know what I mean? Or when you see, hey man, now we ain't got to worry about losing money because you know, we don't got to recall all this fucked up chicken.
Hey, you know, let's take it back home, man. What about them corner stores?
Oh yeah,
with the five, you know, JoJo fries and you know,
JoJo
wings.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
no regulation on that. That's chicken.
You know, that's you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's old chicken. They didn't put that shit in the refrigerator, brought it back out, put that shit in the grease for a little bit.
Exactly.
And, you know, all that. They're like, we ain't finna waste no food. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, when you start taking regulations away, you start to see that toe slip over that line before people jump over it. It's every year there's some kind of recall, whether it's the fucking lettuce, you know, whether it's the fucking avocados or something like that, and they lose money. These food companies, they lose money. Now, motherfucker, got to say, shit, we within these levels, even though they too high. This avocado is orange. Sell this bitch.
Yep.
This
spray painted. Yeah.
This chicken just farted. Sell that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got no head and it farted. So I you know, some shit is just a.
I mean, just think about it, man. We put a lot of trust in people when we go out to eat. You know?
Yes.
Fast food, or if you sit down or whatever, man. We put a lot of trust in folks, and now the food itself, not alone, you know, let alone the server or the person in the back, you know, putting together your Chick-fil-A and all that stuff or whatever, man. That, you know, these regulations, man, they being deregulated, and it's just a matter of time, man, before we all get, you know, bit. We get a little food poisoning or worse.
Yeah. And I think it's like you said, man, you know, I think you were joking, but it's the truth. You get a motherfucker go in the bathroom, man, he rushing, he only got 15-minute break, and he got to take a 20-minute shit, and he got to pinch it off and wipe, and he ain't getting to wash his hands, and he going back out there fucking with your meat paws. You know what I mean? Come on, man. That shit, nah.
You ask him, like, did you wash your hands? Yeah, I washed it last time.
Right.
What do you mean you wash every time, motherfucker? What do you mean every time, man? Well, I just went to go pee. I ain't need to wash my hands.
Come on.
You just went to go pee. You ain't got to wash your hands?
Right.
You know these are unpaid breaks. These guys are taking shortcuts anywhere they can.
You ain't never
Don't give a
lied.
fuck.
You ain't never lied. Got a can on the bottom, got a can and, whip the shit out and get back to it.
I think it was you, Cuddy, that told me that the motherfuckers that be out in the fields picking the avocados and the produce.
There's no toilets.
Ain't no where is there to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, there's no toilets
Never
out there.
saw one porta potty.
Yeah, there's fields. There's campers way off in the distance or whatever. But like he said, there's no what you call one. You go out to those out in the valley in California, whatever. You see those strawberry fields and avocado fields and all that stuff, and you like, yeah, Tank was right. There is no fucking bathrooms out here. Like, where do you think they go? And I was like, oh shit.
We seen that shit driving. He showed me that shit when we was on our way to what's that place? El Centro. He showed me that shit. Fields of goddamn produce. Not near motherfucking toilet.
Yeah. There's probably a bottle of water and a bunch of rolls of toilet paper.
In a bucket.
Shit, they wiping their ass with them lettuce leaves.
And oh fuck.
Yeah.
Motherfucker ain't gonna eat
See what I'm
salad.
saying? We put a lot of trust in, when we go out to eat, we don't take in for granted if that person had a bad day or if that, like old man said, he's rushing because you don't get a full hour break. You gotta go to the bathroom and eat lunch at the same time and be done with it. What's up, old man?
There were chicken processing plants in between Yuma and Phoenix that I used to drive by when I used to travel. And the smell, like you could barely see these factories. They were so far off in the distance.
Yeah.
That smell hits you, and these motherfuckers talking about don't wash your chicken.
Yeah.
Like these animals are walking around in their own field 24 hours a day, their entire lives until they reach the slaughterhouse. And then, it's just in the fluids of, everything they cut out. And they tell you not to wash your chicken. And it's like, this is one thing where they talk about limiting salmonella, but what I'm worried about is there's always more to a story. There's always more to one of these executive orders where, they'll put in, now that they can inject these chickens with X, Y, and Z just to plump them up and sell them more by the pound, so you never know what chemicals are going in there while they're not checking for salmonella.
Damn it.
That chicken got Fragile X syndrome. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's hey man, it's a crazy world we live in, man. It's a crazy goddamn world. You're almost better off going to the farmers markets.
Yeah,
hey, man, it's better.
If
you better get your own fucking chicken.
That's what you're saying. Like going out there, like, hey man,
off getting your own fucking chicken.
Go pick your own. What was that one place you could go pick your own bird or whatever? They'll slaughter it. Yeah, they'll slaughter it and defeather it and all that stuff for you right then and there in the shop and put it in the bag for you.
Man.
That type of deal. But yeah, man, it's about to get. Well, I'm sorry, it ain't about to. It's scary.
Yeah, it's already fucked up, man. Because I voted the way I did. God damn.
I think there might be some good that comes out of this. Like we saw over the last couple of months where people went out and bought their own chickens just so they could have their own eggs. The increased prices in meat and food, we'll see more people having home gardens and more people hunting. So we get that connection back with natural food sources and not have to deal with this shit anymore. So that might be a good thing in the long run. It's not a good thing now because I saw where KFC had a bucket of 16 for $55.
A bucket of what?
Yeah,
15.
16 pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
2 chickens in a bucket fried for $55.
Get the fuck out of here.
See, now so I'm about to get the bow and arrow out and go turkey hunting. That's what I'm about to do because I heard it's a fucking surplus of wild turkey out here that's just running around that need a home. So I'm about to switch it up. Fuck. All right, man. Let's get this yard bird out of here.
This shit is gonna affect turkey too.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna affect everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Poultry. Okay.
That's bullshit.